Imagine a life where every day could be your last. The clock is ticking and death looms over you like a shadow. How would you live? Would you waste time on trivial things or focus on what truly matters? For Batman, the reminder of mortality isn't just a thought, it's a driving force. Today, we dive into how Batman's understanding of death shapes his mission, his decisions, and his relentless pursuit of justice. Welcome to Batman's reflection on mortality, Memento Mori. When we think of Batman, we often focus on his courage, his strength, and his unbreakable will. But beneath the armor, there's something deeper that fuels him, his constant awareness of mortality. In the world of Gotham, where danger lurks around every corner and death can strike at any moment, Batman lives with the knowledge that his time is limited. This understanding of mortality, the idea of Memento Mori, remember you must die, is what gives him clarity and purpose. From the day Bruce Wayne witnessed the murder of his parents, he's been intimately connected with death. That moment didn't just shape him, it became the foundation of his identity as Batman. Death is always present in his mind, not as a source of fear, but as a reminder of why he fights. For Batman, every day could be his last, and that's precisely why every day matters. Memento Mori isn't about obsessing over death. It's about understanding life's fragility and making each moment count. In Gotham, Batman faces enemies who show no regard for life. Villains like the Joker, Bane, and Scarecrow don't fear death. They embrace chaos and destruction. But Batman? He walks a different path. He refuses to let the inevitability of death drive him to despair. Instead, it motivates him. He knows that his time on Earth is finite, so he dedicates every moment to his mission of protecting Gotham. One of the clearest examples of Batman's reflection on mortality is his relationship with Robin. Over the years, Batman has trained multiple young men to take on the mantle of Robin, knowing full well that he's leading them into danger. But instead of sheltering them, he teaches them the same lesson he's learned. Death is inevitable, but how you live matters more. Robin isn't just a sidekick. He's a living testament to Batman's belief in fighting for something greater than oneself, despite the risks. But it's not just about the fear of losing others. Batman's understanding of mortality extends to himself. He knows he isn't invincible. He doesn't have superpowers like Superman or Wonder Woman. He's just a man, vulnerable to injury, aging, and death. Yet that's what makes his fight all the more powerful. Every night he puts on the cowl, he does so knowing that it could be his last, and still, he fights. Not because he's unafraid of death, but because he's embraced it. This reflection on mortality shapes Batman's unyielding moral code. He doesn't kill, not just because of a sense of justice, but because he respects life, both his own and that of others. To Batman, taking a life would be an admission that death controls him, that he's willing to cross a line where life no longer matters. By refusing to kill, he asserts control over death itself. He chooses to fight with discipline and restraint, even when the easy path would be to give in to vengeance. Batman's approach to death also informs how he views Gotham. The city is constantly on the brink of destruction, but Batman doesn't see Gotham as doomed. He sees it as worth saving, again and again, no matter how many times it falls into chaos. Why? Because he knows that every life saved, every criminal stopped, is a victory against death itself. In a city where life is fragile and fleeting, Batman fights to preserve what he can for as long as he can. There's a Stoic principle that mirrors Memento Mori. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This is how Batman lives. He doesn't waste time on trivial pursuits or selfish desires. He knows that death is inevitable, but instead of fearing it, he uses it as a guide. Every decision he makes, every move he takes, is driven by the understanding that his time is limited. This awareness gives him focus, clarity, and an unshakable resolve. So, what can we learn from Batman's reflection on mortality? We often go through life avoiding the thought of death, living as if we have all the time in the world. But what if, like Batman, we embraced Memento Mori? What if we let the knowledge of death push us to live with more purpose, more urgency, and more meaning? Batman's awareness of mortality fuels his purpose, not fear. By recognizing time's limits, he focuses on what truly matters and pursues his mission with unwavering intensity. This mindset reminds us to live fully, make meaningful choices, and face challenges with resolve. Embracing Memento Mori, living as if each day were our last, helps us, like Batman, to live with greater passion and purpose.